everybody doing? All right, Rico Camacho back. Got to start with my boilerplate. All opinions and content are based on me, Rico Camacho, and no other entity or organization. Okay, so I hope everybody's having a good holiday weekend. We have more holiday fun to coming our way. I still have to get my tree yet, working on that with my kids, but I sent one to college and the other two are here, so we're gonna wait. I promise you I'll get a good tree, probably going to Stein's. I know you all care so much, but anyway. Okay, so let's start talking the news a little bit here. Locally, I have some really cool news. Okay, that was corny, but still, it's really cool. I really started to look at the affordability and housing situation in Wisconsin, Waukesha, still in Wisconsin though, right? So Waukesha we've had some issues with new net construction. Something was passed today in the city council, which is really, really great. So we have a redevelopment authority organization that's going to be helping work with the city, where we can actually go through a bureaucratic process to buy unused land or buildings or whatever the case may be, so that we can start adding new net construction, hopefully build more homes and stuff like that around the area. So that was really cool. On that note, I went to this excellent um, seminar with the Waukesha Police Department, run by the Waukesha Downtown Business Association, which was incredible, with helping combat homelessness in Waukesha. And the reason that this is so fantastic is because it put all of the resources for homeless in one area. And I was the only city official there. And I'm so happy I was, because what that did is it gave me these contacts. With those contacts, these directors have been incredible. I've already helped 3 families find homes. They were stressed. One of them's getting kicked out on Monday of their apartment. And and they have 2 little kids. And so I was able to get them housing immediately. I mean, the amount of tears that have been shed over the stress of finding housing that I've helped has just been literally the reason I do this, because I have been abused. I have lost my job over what I've done politically, but this makes it worth it. And to see these families feel safe and like they have somewhere to go. So I can't tell you how happy I am that I was able to help these 3 families find homes, feel safe and stable with their kids and everything, and with themselves. So I'm very, very excited about that. So 2 great things going on in the city. Very excited. So with that being said, I don't mean to be choppy and jump, but it's interesting because the state and the federal government tend to have a lot of fun together sometimes. As I'm running for state assembly, I love learning this dynamic and relationship between the state and the federal government. So what happened is Governor Evers, he sued President Trump for our food share a couple months ago. And now President Trump is threatening to not give the federal funds for SNAP and other programs if Governor Evers doesn't give him certain information. Governor Evers said, I'm confident information. We've not had to do that before. We don't need to. And so now they have this battle going on, right? So people are a little concerned about their funds for their food share. Tell you this, I can't promise the future, but I can tell you this. Governor Evers has always looked out for us from the perspective that he wants us to have our food, housing as well. So I have the utmost confidence that this situation will get resolved. But again, it goes back to the fact of, why are we battling this out over food? This should be a human right for us to be able to eat food. And inflation has gone so high that I don't even know if people can, with very, very high paying jobs, can afford food the same way they did, because it is getting expensive. And I know you guys have seen that on the news, and not just coming from a guy from Waukesha, Wisconsin, but I'm just telling you that I've seen the same reports, seen the same stuff. And it's just, and my focal point is Wisconsin, and specifically Waukesha. And because of that, it's just been interesting to see that dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't mean to bash anybody or anything like that, but it really gets frustrating to constantly see these battles. I swear to you, I mean, yes, I am divorced twice, and these battles with government are worse than my fights with my ex-wife. I swear to you. And I guess I shouldn't swear at you, I promise you. But it's just getting like old. Am I wrong? I would love if somebody were to comment in these sections because I swear to God, I think what we need to do, and tell me if I'm wrong, and I think we need to put these, like the political parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, hear me out. I don't say that a lot, but through therapy. Yes, family therapy. We're going to sit, I can't even say this with a straight face, but Republicans and Democrats into intensive family therapy. We got to start learning how to get along because the people that are getting hurt are just like a divorce. Oh, yeah, you guys can't say anything. The kids. And we're the kids. We're the ones that got to eat. We're the ones that got to live. And so this is like an ugly divorce. And trust me, I've been through two. So, with that being said, I really feel like, yes, these, and I understand it. I do feel comfortable with Governor Evers. Like I said, Trump is asking for information, and I get that too. Well, I don't get that, but I'm going to say I get that so I don't tick a lot of people off. At the end of the day, we really need to start learning how to get along. I forgot the movie. What is it? Can't we all just get along? I don't know. If anyone's going to remind me of that movie in the comment section too, I swear it. I swear it again. Anyway. So with that being said, I can't order therapy on the Democrats and Republicans, but if I could, I honestly would. And yes, I'm running as a Democrat for the state assembly, but I will tell you this. I have been through therapy, so I promise you, couples therapy. Couples therapy. And so I really think that like learning how to get along with people and having this communication, the key thing we've lost, and I don't mean to go off too much on a tangent because we also want to get to the special election, but is the connection piece, talking to people. You know, I've met over the course of my time here with Republicans, with Democrats, and sometimes the Democrats are the ones that I really struggle to connect with, and sometimes the Republicans are the ones I get easier. I get along with easier. Sometimes it's vice versa because at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all people. So yeah, I laugh about therapy, but I really truly believe that it's a thing. Actually, that's going to be one of the things I believe about the school systems is we need more therapists and social workers in there. We really do. I mean, teacher, well, was. But, I feel as though this dynamic that we have, like I said, is like an ugly marriage and it's getting uglier. And unfortunately, Democrats and Republicans can't get divorced, even though divorce doesn't really help you. Trust me, I learned that the hard way too. By the way, I do have all three of my kids 100% of the time. Just got to throw that in there with that whole connection piece and kind of a flex. Anyway, so with that being said, I want to transition to, this again, this dynamic of always who's got to win the battle, going with the special election. It is refreshing to see that the Democrats put in a better effort with the Tennessee vote. I know that's the one that's been big on everybody's mind. So and I'm talking more than national politics. The argument with Governor Evers and President Trump, yes, it is a little bit on the dynamic of national and state. What I was really focusing on the state there because it deals with our state food benefits. But at the national level, the special election has been very, very important for both Republicans and Democrats because everybody talks about the blue wave. And I put that in quotations because we don't know where that's going to lead. That's in a whole year. Nobody knows what's going to happen in a year, but it's still a part of everything. And so, with that being said, I feel as though there is a shift. We'll put it that way. And I feel that shift is coming because though Tennessee did win in the special election, the Democrats did put up a great campaign. They put up a great fight. And I do think we need more balance because right now the Republicans own the Senate and the House and the presidency. There just needs to always be balance, you know. And so because of that, I hope my next marriage has better balance. They say third time's a charm. But, I really feel as though what we can do with this news about the special election is take it as people are shifting their belief systems. And with that being said, I think people are starting to move away. And I feel in the conversations I have that they agree this whole mom and dad fighting, Democrats, Republicans, you can figure out who's mom and dad. And please don't, because half of you guys go, oh, the Democrats are the dad. Oh, the Republicans. I don't care who's the dad, but you get what I'm saying. They pit each other against each other, and the kids hurt, like I said. I feel like the balance is starting to shift. And I'm hoping that we can do that as a country. That is, again, you're going to come to find out there's a lot of reasons I'm running for state assembly, but I believe in balance more than anything in my life. And I think that justice comes with balance. And the only way for fairness to actually become a part of our society is by understanding each other's perspectives and not judging. I mean, I'm 41 years old. Yeah, I age myself. But I swear all adults gossip as much as teenagers, sometimes worse. As a high school teacher, I've seen it, and it's, oh my God, the teachers gossip more than the kids do. So with that being said, I'm hoping that this brings some light to, well, hopefully the city. I know I kind of talked about that real quick, but honestly, that was really fun and it was more informative just to say, hey, lots going on, and I'm so excited about, the accomplishments I've had in helping these families find homes. But it was a little bit more to talk about again at the state and national level, because that's where the strong divide is, because the cities and the municipalities are feeling it as well. So if you do have any questions or want me to actually talk about something, I'm going to start encouraging you guys to put in the comments anything you want. I've received a ton of comments, some kind of negative, but others mostly positive. Please like and subscribe to this show that I'm doing, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it and finding it informative. So please give some feedback. Thanks so much and have a good night.